Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Thursday training call, which is a Q&A session. My name is Starlet Johnson. I'm one of the national trainers here. Thank you all for joining. Before I begin today, I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me and also see my screen. I am showing the Modern Mortgage Experience, which is the front face of our website. To the right of your screen, you will locate a webinar control panel that looks similar to this. This is how you and I will have our dialogue throughout today's presentation. So any questions and or concerns that you may have, definitely pose those questions right here in the webinar. So I know that you can hear me and follow my directive. For those of you who are on the call, please right there in that question area, please type in where you're from, what city and state, or what enterprise you're tuning in from. So that way I know that you can hear me and I will move forward with today's presentation. Chicago, thank you very much, Cheryl. Thank you so much, Josie, in Oceanside, California, Roseville, Fairway, Virginia. Thanks so much, guys. I really do appreciate that. So today's presentation, as you know, it's always a Q&A session. So if you have any questions, thanks, Kevin. You have any questions, please pose those right there in the webinar control panel. But we also like to have some type of strategy to kick off. So if there's any questions, please display those right there in the area. I can address those right off the bat. Today I'm doing something a little bit differently. Last Thursday, I had my co-host Tina Bradford here. Today, she is on site doing some fabulous training, so it's just me by myself today. So what I want to talk about is, we're moving into more of a purchase industry. I know you guys, a lot of the top producers that I speak with on a daily basis and train, some of their things that they're working with is more purchases. But with leveraging Mortgage Coach and being a member here, there's several strategies that you guys can do. And I want to make sure that you guys know all the strategies that you can perform with being a member here. So not only can you do your purchase strategies, FHA versus conventional, ARM comparison, construction loan, points versus no points. You can do a lot of things with incorporating those products using the total cost analysis for purchases or refinance. Also different strategies, lender paid premium, borrower paid single premium, 80-10-10s, second liens. There's a lot of things that you can do with leveraging Mortgage Coach. So a couple of the things that I want to ask you guys currently right now, how many of you currently have your apps downloaded on your phone? Let me know right there in the webinar. I do. Perfect. And are these guides we can print out? So these guides here, if you look right there in the handout area, I provided you with an MC playbook. Now that is our MC Essential Guide. It has a lot of great content in there. So grab that handout right there in the webinar control panel. It has how to download in there for you, how to add a video checklist. So we have a lot of great content in there. So it seems like you guys have the apps downloaded on your phone. Perfect. So the thing about having the actual apps downloaded, we go back to our home screen. The two important apps is the Mortgage Coach mobile app and also Rate Watch. So the Mortgage Coach mobile app, you can do a lot of things here. So when you're out maybe at a sales rally or you're partnering up with a new realtor partner or prospect, you can show those particular folks what you can produce. So basically your phone is more like your storytelling device. So to get those apps downloaded, you have to go to the Apple Store for iPhone, or you would have to go to the Google Play for Androids. And then also when it comes to Rate Watch, this is a device which is more like your notification tool. Not only are you notified via email every time someone reviews your dynamic link, but you're also notified through your Mortgage Coach mobile app and Rate Watch. You can review your Edge views, see how many times your presentation was reviewed, And also, not only that, see the trends in the market. So every time there's some movement in the market, we monitor the mortgage-backed securities. You are alerted with those alerts when we're up or down basis points more than 15. You're alerted. So this is such a great tool for you to have. And you don't have to be an expert. We have commentary experts on there to let you know what's going on in the market. So again, check out that quick start guide in your handout area. So again, you have that video checklist, how to add video. I want to know from you guys on the call, how many of you are currently adding video to your presentations? Let me know right there in the webinar control panel. Great question. So Kevin is right out of the gate. Has that editing feature been opened or made public for Android? So as you guys know, you have the ability to edit your presentation. So not only can you build on the browser, you can now edit using your mobile phone, but that release is only for my iPhone users. So all of my iOS users, Android, not just yet, Kevin. That is forthcoming, but that is on the table for development. So great question. And he uses boohoo, he says, and he uses video. So perfect. So I want to talk about video. I also want to talk about sharing as well. So here's some strategies. Here is a purchase strategies I've created for Jesse James. Here is some products here. This is the TCA. So I want to show you guys the differences. So here's my total cost analysis. This is a purchase. I do have a video on here. Let's see. When you add video to your presentation, this is my customer's view. Say I'm viewing this as a customer. I open this up. I look at the disclosures. So like I understand, and the video instantly comes out and plays. But as I'm a customer and I'm going through this, I have the ability to click off the video and move around anywhere in the presentation. I can click on different areas. And then there's a play message right here below. So I'm going to just pause that. There's a play message right here below. So your customer can close the message and, play it each time they want to see it again. Maybe they're home and they want to show their husbands or their wives. This is a great platform for you to educate your customers, and they get the same message the same time. And it's always correct. Because I don't know about you, how many times have you told someone something and by the time it gets to the second or third person, it's not exactly what you stated. So this is the TCA version here, the total cost analysis for purchases. And then you also have that other one, which is the first time home buyer presentation. So when you're meeting those folks who've never purchased, this is the rent versus own presentation. And you can see there are differences. So it doesn't look the same like the TCA. So the TCA is a little bit more different. It's comparing your products, but for the rent versus own, it's comparing the products against the rent. So you can see here that the quadrants are different. So I wanted to talk to you guys about that, just kind of walk you through. And then the other one is when you're networking with your partners. You can't leave them out. So when you're performing those open house presentations, so you can build those as well for your clients and their clients. You can see here, you can upload 2 images. You can also print this out as well. You can get a lot of detailed information. You can give your customers that virtual experience. So not only can you do co-branding, when you do co-branding with your realtor partner, they can send that link out to their prospect. You can send it out to your prospect. When you do an open house, you can have maybe your laptop or maybe a tablet running in the background with your video. So every time that traffic flow comes in, they can see your video and all the great options that they can tap into if they decided to put in an offer. So those are some of the things I wanted to talk to you about. I also want to know how to help you guys share. So I want to show you how to share. I want to bring my phone over. Let's see. I think there's a question here. Let's see if I can expand this question. Okay, can you show a open house presentation at some point? Yes. So I will show you guys how to do an open house presentation and how to work that. So it's the same. If you have built a total cost analysis, purchase or refinance, and incorporating your actual products, it's the same way, but there's a few little differences and nuances when it comes to open house presentation. So yeah, I'll show you how to do that. Well, let's get right into it. One of the things before I show you how to do an open house presentation, I also want to know if you guys know how to share your presentations. So give me 1 second and I want to open up a blank browser. So I want to do a little exercise with you guys, because the most fun with having the tools is to share your stories. So I wanted you to see how beneficial that is. So it is the same way whether you have an iPhone or whether you have an Android. So right now you're looking at my iPhone demo here. So what I want to do is get my iPhone. For those of you who have the app downloaded, so you tell me that you have this app downloaded, so if you could please grab your phones and take your phones out. And I want you to share a sample presentation with me. So I want you to share a sample presentation. I'm going to give you guys a phone number. So here is, if you take your phones out, I want to know if you could share. So if you take your phones out, you're going to look at your home screen, whether you have Android or iPhone, and you're going to look for the Mortgage Coach icon. So when you look for the Mortgage Coach icon, you're going to press it, and it's going to take you to our front face. So here's our front face of our mobile application right here, and you'll see quick tour and you'll see sample total cost analysis presentation. So what I want you guys to do is select on sample total cost analysis presentation. And when you select on sample, there should be a disclosure that come up. So this is the customer's experience. So when you send your total cost analysis to your customer, they tap on your dynamic link, whether it is on their cell phone, they'll see your disclosure, they'll select I understand. So select I understand. Now, if you have a video on your presentation, your customers will see that video and they'll be prompted to watch that video. But in this case, this is a presentation that was created by our president, Joe Couture. We're not going to watch his video right now, but if you want to come back later, you can feel free to watch the video. So I'm going to select cancel. And when I select cancel, what I want to do is I want to share the presentation. So I want you guys to share the presentation with me via text message. Now for my Android users, right here below, let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Right here in this area, you will see a share link right here in this area. I want you, all my Android users, to click share link right here. For my iPhone users, I want you to tap on the photo. Tap on the virtual business card by tapping on the photo, and you will see your share link here. So that's the difference when it comes to iPhone and Android when you have the sharing capabilities, and that will be a good thing for you to know when it comes to your customers. So if you send that presentation, they're so excited to see it, but their wife or husband's not available. They're like, hey, can I share this with my husband or wife? Yeah, you sure can. Click on my virtual business card and share that way for your iPhone, or click the share link right here below the virtual business card for Android. So now when I do that, I want to select share link because I'm working on an iPhone. And you have the ability to share iPhone or Android, email, SMS, which is text message. So I want you to select text message. And you can see here that information is already inserted in your chat box. So here's your Mortgage Coach analysis. Here's that dynamic link right here, that sample presentation. And I want you guys to text me 949 614 8250. So text me the presentation, And I'm monitoring that on the other end. So I can see when, as soon as I receive a text message from you guys, I can see that on the other end on my demo phone once I get it. So for those of you, oh, perfect. You hear that bing? I just got a text message from last four is 3048 and last four is 8416. Perfect. Thank you so much for participating. For those who want to continue participating, send your texts right on along to me. That lets me know and makes me very happy that you guys know how to text and share your particular presentations. Okay, guys, so now what I want to do, I want to talk a little bit about it since I'm already in the mobile. One of the things to increase your value proposition when you're in the mobile, if you were to log in as the actual loan officer, perfect. I got another, let's see, I got two texts. Oh, no, I got another text message from 8430. Thanks, guys, last four. So as a loan officer, the front face of you sharing that is the customer's experience, but you as a member, you can log in from the back end. So you will select the silhouette at the top left. You'll enter in your password and email. And this is your mini dashboard that you'll see just like you would on the browser. So here you can add video from your mobile using your partner records. This is where we're going to look at those open house presentations. And client is where you would see all of your TCA, total cost analysis presentations, where you can add video. But one of the things I was going to share with you is what Kevin mentioned earlier. For my iPhone users, you have the ability here where it says new to either create a new presentation on your mobile. So you go through those same steps like you would right on the browser. You can go through and you can scroll the top bar, go from client to goal to assumptions, just like you would using the browser. I think this particular feature is very cool for my iOS users. So definitely want to point that out to you while I was in there. And if you wanted to maybe make edits, so if I want to make edits to John Smith, I would select the presentation that I want to, if you want to do any edits, you can see here, you can edit that client's record. So you can edit right on your phone. Maybe you need to change the rate really quick and send that back out to your customer. Or maybe you need to remove a fee and then send that back out to your customer. You definitely can do that there. If I wanted to add video, I would select the presentation that I want to add video to. Select video. I'll now be on camera. I can state my message. Select done. When I'm done, it will upload and get that video right on to that dynamic link for my customers. Any type of updating or new videos. And then here's your share option. So when you're inside the application, you have the ability to share. So for iPhone, it looks like a little folder with an arrow. And then for my Android, it's that V with the 3 connecting dots. So that is the difference there when it comes to sharing. So let me move my phone out of the way and I want to go back into the browser. So if you guys want to start logging in, you can. If you want to follow along and try to build an open house presentation, that would be great. You can open up a blank browser, access the web address, edge.mortgagecoach.com, enter in your email and password. The system will authenticate you and take you right to your dashboard. So here are the 3 presentations I showed you guys. My Leslie Lisi, that was my open house my first time home buyer, rent versus own. Jesse James was my total cost analysis presentation. And Devin Livingston was the open house. So I want to double click here and show you how to create an open house presentation. I'm going to go through it. But if you were wanting to do an open house presentation on your own, if I go back to home, here's some things that you need to know. Under new client, whether you're doing a borrower specific or a marketing piece and you want a total cost analysis presentation, you want this particular presentation, or even a rent versus own. When you're in Mortgage Coach, all of that can be done under the new client area, and all of those particular presentations will be housed here under your recent clients once you build it. But for open house presentations and seller buy downs, you will be working in your new partner area. That's how you would generate all of these reports. So just want to put that caveat out there for you. So I have one that I've already created. So I'm just going to walk through it with you guys. So I'm going to double click here, go back to home. Oh, sorry. Double click here and go back to partner. So I went to new partner. And as soon as I went to new partner, here is the first tab. So you know when you're doing a total cost analysis, the first tab is client. But when you're doing an open house presentation, the first tab is partner. So this is all the information required for your partner. So their name, their best contact number, their position. If you was referred to this partner from someone, you can put their name there, but I'm just doing new prospecting business. And then a friendly name. So a friendly name is a descriptor to help you stay honest as you are building your open house presentation. So what happens if it's not a partner? So if it's not a partner, meaning if it's not a realtor or someone that you're working with or a new prospect or a new partner. Yeah, so if it's not a new partner and it's an old partner, say for example here. Great question. So these areas just gets it to start. So whether it's a new partner, just think of it as building new, right? But let's say you already created a record for that partner, just like I had for Devin. You can select view all. You can hit search. You can see all your partner records at a glance. So my Amy Realtor, Devin, Don Cornelius, Francis Wells. You can see here that once you create one time for that partner, it will generate a record for you. So you have a record for this partner. So if you're always building for this one partner, you can add analysis to this record. So if I wanted to add another open house flyer presentation to his record without creating new, I can do that by adding. If I wanted to copy this particular analysis and just do a little bit of editing, I have the option to do that as well. I think one of these, like for example, Sunny Jones. So for Sunny Jones, instead of me selecting new partner every time, what I've done is came into her record and just added an analysis or copied the existing one. So by adding the friendly name, you can see here, I've done an open house flyer for her property that she had on Orange Drive. Then the next one was on Bluegrass, and the next one was on Malvern. So you can add different analyses to that record for your existing partner. So new, just remember in your mind, new, brand new, but once that partner is no longer new, you can continue to add. So I hope that answers your question. So I'm going to go back into the record here. So here's Devin. So I have all his information about Devin. If there's any information that you need to add to help you stay honest as you're building. So here he's my new prospect. There's a new listing. Here's the MLS information, last updated. So these are just clip notes for yourself. So this is information that your clients and partners will not see. These notes are internal just for you. So one of the best practices here is the friendly name. You can add whatever you want, but if you're going to continue to partner up with your realtor partner or whoever, you might want to make sure that you disclose the address so you know exactly what you're doing each and every time, and you don't have to go on that record to do some research or find out. It'll be a little bit easier for you. So once you have this information here, you can advance forward. And now it's time for you to enter in the property details. So the property information of the property that you're building this open house presentation for. You can also see this property on the map. So maybe you're going to meet your realtor partner and want to know exactly where that is shown on the map. Maybe you want to hit a couple of partners in that area or set up. So you can select map to kind of see where that is. It's kind of a little neat tool there for you. Once you get the content of the property address, you would advance forward. And now you'll put in some of the details. So the asking price, square footage, number of bedrooms, bathrooms. Here, I copied and pasted the listing link. So wherever my realtor had that house shown, I just went on Home Seekers and copied that link here, but then I also put it in my notes as well. Next is features. So if you want to list the property features, some of the amenities of the home, you definitely can do that by selecting more features here. If you do not want any features listed, so I think this is the last one. If you don't want the property features listed on your open house presentation, all you have to do is check this box here. But it's nice to have some property features. So you can come in here, you can see there's a list of property features that would be in a home ideally. So what you can do is just check the box that's appropriate. And then there's 4 boxes below where you can add custom features. So if you add anything, you can freeform, just make sure you check the box so it will be incorporated on your final presentation. Once you're done here, you can advance forward. And this is where you would start disclosing the images. So if you have these images, maybe you've pulled them from the internet or that listing site, or maybe your realtor emailed them to you. However, or wherever you have them saved on your desktop or your saved favorites, you want to browse and locate that image and download it here. You have the ability to upload 3 images, but only 2 images are shown on the browser version. So you only see 2 at the top, and there's only 2 images shown on the mobile app. But you have the ability to upload 3. And when you print them out, only image 1 is shown on the printed version. So let's see. So let's see. What's that lead tab on your screen? Lead tab. I'm not sure what lead tab you're talking about. Are you talking about on the home screen? And let me know. So you're going to upload image number, yes. Okay, I'll get to that in just a second. So on right here, you can see you can upload 3 images. So here's the front of the house that I've chosen. Here is the kitchen, and the 3rd image was the backyard. So out of the 3 images, I have to decide which 2 images I want to be displayed. Not only can you name the picture, so this is what I name my picture, and you can name the description or put a little description here. I kind of copied and pasted some information that was on the listing website. So once you have your photos, you can advance forward. And once you advance forward, this is where you can start building your products. So my product here was a 30-year with 20% down, no MI, and then I have a 5%. So I built my 2 products here, just like you would when you're doing your TCAs, your rent versus own, or other strategies. You would incorporate all of the required information. All of the information that's highlighted in red is required. So you'll have that information there for you. And once you enter in your products information, you'll move over and insert your closing costs. So if you have your fee templates created, you would select from those fee templates. We've talked about fee templates prior to a lot of training, how you can do your fee templates and product templates to save you some time. So if you have those set up, you will pull from those fee templates, or you can add your fees from a fee worksheet and add your fees manually by selecting add a fee. So however you want to do it, and make sure that you apply those fees onto the loan. Next, you'll see if you have your fee templates or if you are doing your line itemization from a fee worksheet, your APR and non-APR fees should be vetted out for you. And if there's any applicable earnest money, you can add that information there. Proceeding forward will take you and give you an opportunity to add in the monthly cost. So if there's any monthly cost, you can have that tailored on to your products as well. So Is it normal to add monthly costs? If you want to let your customers know and give them that transparency of what all the costs could be, you can let them know that these costs can change by the end of closing, but to give them a little bit of a scenario. One of the good things is to let them know what the down payment requirement is, maybe working with you and your partner relationship, maybe for, I know purchase fees are different states, but let's just say maybe out of the 30 fees that's required for a purchase, maybe 10 are always the same for your particular branch. Maybe your origination is standard, maybe the underwriting is standard, the processing. You may not, the fees may vary when it gets to title or escrow. The fees may vary there, but if you pad a little bit, or just to give them a great scenario. But in most cases, depending on what you like to do, you can compare just principal and interest payments. You don't have to put in any closing if you don't want to. So it's really what type of scenario you're trying to build and what you're trying to get across to your audience. But you have that opportunity to put in your closing costs or not. And here's the monthly cost. So I want to let the customers know that taxes and insurance are included in the payment, and quite naturally pull from some reserves so the customers can set up an escrow account. It's pretty nice when you're new. You can have an all-inclusive payment. You don't have to worry about paying twice a year for your taxes or annually for your hazard insurance. So once you do that, you'll move to product number 2, 3, and 4. Remember, you have the ability to add up to 4 products when you're leveraging Mortgage Coach. In this case, I only have 2 products here, so I would go through the same steps. So I'm just going to jump over to analysis really quick. Now, the analysis summary is for you as a lending professional to determine what you want the outputs to look like. So based on your relationship with your realtor partner, buying a home in this area, this region, the property would appreciate at X factor. And then also the short-term analysis. So here's that 60-month, 5 years to mimic the CD and the closing disclosure or the LE, the loan estimate. But if you want to show a different horizon short-term, you can definitely move this needle here. And you'll see the actual graphs adjust accordingly to your positioning. Or you can override the information. And then long term. Usually they say that the average person sells their home within 7 to 10 years. You can leave this long term at 10 years. You can change it to 15, 14, 30, the end, whatever you feel comfortable with or whatever you like to display. And you can see here the monthly savings compared to each product. You can see the short-term savings over time and the long-term impacts based on that 10-year horizon that I selected. Next is the contact. So in the contact situation here, when it comes to the TCA, the total cost analysis, we tell you that the contact area is not highlighted in red. There's no red indicators, and you can bypass when you are doing an individual TCA. But when it comes to an open house presentation, please complete the contact information, because the contact information is this down here. It is your co-branding for your partner. So if you do not have this completed, when you go to give that digital experience, whether it's a browser or whether it is on the iPhone, Android, or tablet, your customers and prospects will not see the branding for your realtor partner. So contact information is very important for your realtor. So all their information, office, address, phone numbers, licensing information, if that is required to be disclosed for your partner, how it's required to be disclosed for yourself, their email, all that great content. And next, this is an area for you to upload your partner's headshot. So in your settings area is where you upload your headshot, your logo. So all of that should be taken care of for you already. If you don't have your headshot and your logo uploaded on your account, you would do that in your settings area under the settings manager. But when you're building your open house flyers, under here, partner images is where you'll upload your headshot for your partner and their logo, and you would browse where you have those items saved. Desktop, saved documents, wherever you have those saved. And then once you do that, you would advance forward, select the presentation you want to see, which is the open house presentation. Here are my 2 products. If I had 3 and 4, maybe I only wanted to show 3 at a time, whatever the case may be, you can always uncheck any desired product and it will be excluded if you uncheck it. So I want both of these to show. I'm going to advance forward. This is where your presentation title lies. So your presentation title lies here. So try, if you can, make sure that it is 16 characters or less, including spacing, because when you go to print it, if the presentation title is too long, it will cut off. But we always suggest, if you can, I know some realtors like a printed copy, but let them know the importance of that digital experience. So a digital copy will be a little bit more better, but if you want to print it, make sure you stay within those parameters. And then the pricing label. So you can put in front of the asking price, asking, just reduce, just listed, whatever you like. And then the notes. So these notes are shown on the presentation. So everywhere there's 2 asterisks in front of the pity payment, your customers, prospects, and clients will see your tandem payment notes right here. Then we'll hit next. Now this is the time for you to decide, out of those 3 images that you've selected, which of the 2 you want to be presented. So image 1, I flagged the front of the home. Image 2, it's always defaulted on none, so make sure you click which image you want. So there's the kitchen there. You can see my description that I've placed when I uploaded the photo. Now, at this point, you want to make sure that you add a quote date. So whenever you're quoting rates, make sure that you add a quote date. And this is where you can generate the link. So this is where you would generate the link. You can copy and paste this link in an email. You can copy and paste this link in an email and get some verbiage right on out to your customers. I was thinking I had a sample email. I was going to show you guys how I do it. But again, you can get that link, put it in an email, and send that right over to your customers, prospects. The information, you can add video to your presentation from your browser. So if you were to click add video, if you have let me just click it. If you wanted to just add a video from your desk, your office, if you have a camera built in to your monitor or an aftermarket webcam, you have the ability to add and record video from your desk. But you may not like the quality resolution. I'll get on camera. Hi guys, happy Thursday. You may not like the quality resolution when it comes to your desktop. So that's why we always highly recommend that you use your cell phone. So whether you're using an iPhone or an Android, you have the ability to increase the picture quality. So that's how easy it is to add video from your browser. So I want to show you that really quickly. Let me go off of that one. But here is our final presentation, which is our open house presentation. So here's the presentation title: a stunning must-see 3-bedroom home, asking right in front of the listing price. And here's our notes right here, those payment notes. So everywhere there's 2 asterisks in front of the payment, you will see those payment notes right there. Here's that great branding. So definitely wanted to show you guys that. I think I have another question. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here. So make sure when you enter when you putting the purchase price, let's see, it's $649 million. So that particular scenario that you have that, please let me know. Email that to support when you have a high dollar home. I know it's a little bit tricky when it gets to the millions. So please let me know and email me your scenario to support@mortgagecoach.com, and let's get some commentary for you on that one. Oh, $649,000. I don't know why it collapsed for you in that intake. Make sure you're just don't put a dollar sign, just put the numbers. Because you should be able to put $649,900 in there. So just don't put any dollar signs, just put the whole numbers. But if you're still having any type of issues, please let me know at support@mortgagecoach.com and we'll help you out with that. Thanks, Anita. So guys, this is how you build your open house presentation. There's one question. Let me go back to the home screen here. So leads. So when you're looking on your home screen, you have your recent clients here. You have your report tracking. If I want to see some matrix, how many reports have I done holistically, my total cost analysis, rent versus own, seller buy down. I can look at some matrix here. And then my leads. So my leads will be, maybe if I have a lead, maybe using the widget, a lead generator. Not sure if you guys heard about the widget. You can have a widget done. Let me see if I have a copy of my widget. So here, when in your settings, remember if you go in settings, your contact info, this is where you can do your image. So get your image on your particular presentations for you. But in contact info for lead generation, you have to have a cell phone number. And once you put your cell phone number, you can create a widget. So a widget is more like a lead generation. So I'll show you exactly what mines look like. Let me see if I copy this, put it in a blank browser, show you what it looks like. So when you create a widget, very simple. You have to have a phone number in there. So you have to have a phone number in there, notifications. You can receive your notifications via email. You can receive your notifications via text message. You can put a little bit of a header there, some additional content, and a confirmation message. So what happens is once you do that, you will update the information. If you have rights to a web page, I'm not sure if you would have right to your company's web page, but or if you're a system administrator, you can also embed that web address, that page, copy and paste that on your website. That's that information here. But you can send it as a mobile link. So as a mobile link, if you wanted to email or text message this link to someone, it looks like this. So it's kind of like a virtual business card. So when you're out prospecting or maybe at a new home buyer seminar or something like that, and you run out of business cards, you say, hey, what's your phone number? Let me just email you my virtual business card. Or if you're interested, send me your contact information. So if they put their name, their first name, if they put their first name, their last name, their email address, and their phone number, hit submit, they'll get my confirmation email. And once they do that, what will happen is it will instantly start a record for you in your Mortgage Coach system as a record with that person's first name, last name, and their phone number, so you can build a TCA. So that's a cool little feature with using the widget. And again, to create that, you have to have a cell phone number, a business address, and you can create your widget and it looks just like this. Perfect. So let me delete some of these questions and see if there's any more I can answer for you guys. That's not on my home screen. The widget is not on your home screen. Please let me know. Yes. So it wouldn't be on your home screen. It would be to create your widget. It is in your settings. And then once someone completes that, then you will see a lead. And will you be able to send your email template? The email templates. So the email template, meaning, please tell me, give me a little bit more specific when you say my email template. Or what I would send if I wanted to say to my customers, is that my email template, how I would send my verbiage? Is that what you're speaking of? Let me know. Yes, I can send you that. I'll give you a sample. Perfect. Any other questions that you guys have? Okay, yes, I'll send you my sample. Yes. And let me show you guys. So any questions, let's just go to our support center. And you can type in the support center. You can access that from the website, which is mortgagecoach.com. Under member services is the support center. Also, when you're in your particular account, there's a help button here. And when you're building, there's a help button. But when you select that help button, it routes you over to our Mortgage Coach Support Center. And let me show you Mortgage Coach widget for lead capture. I'm going to copy and paste this right in our chat area. And you can take a look at that. And it walks you through the steps. It's really simple. And the video asset is like 2 minutes. So click on that and it walks you through how to set that up for your notification and alerts. And anything else in our support center. So we have a lot of resources, frequently asked questions, playlists, and scripts, email scripting as well. Anything that you're looking for is in our support center. But let's just say the 99% of items that we have in here, maybe it does not align to your specific scenario. Maybe your scenario is a one-off. You always have the ability to submit a request here. When you submit a request, it is routed over to our Mortgage Coach support experts who are available Monday through Friday, excluding holidays. And we try our best to answer your questions because we know you're in the field within 30 minutes or less. So you can put in a keyword, phrase, or scenario, anything you would like to know here, and everything that we have will display for you. Perfect. I'm going to go back to our home screen here, and I'm going to pause here just to see if there's any questions that I can answer for you guys. That was my presentation that I wanted to provide for you guys today. One, we talked about a lot of things. One is we looked at the TCA, the total cost analysis presentation. We looked at the difference when it comes to the rent versus own. We looked at the open house flyer presentation. We went through the open house flyer presentation to show you how to create it, how to add to your partner's record if you have more you want to build. Talked about lead generator for you, which is the widget, and also help, and also how to share. How do you share and add videos from your browser and from your mobile device? So a lot of great content on here, and I really do appreciate all of you for really engaging in today's presentation. So I want to pause here, just a quick assessment to see if there's any questions before we end today's session. Any additional questions? Now, please know that these calls are recorded, so you do have the ability to revisit today's session. But in the event that you don't have a question right now or you have a question later on, please feel free to always email us as well at support@mortgagecoach.com. Again, that's support@mortgagecoach.com. So I'm going to just pause here again if there's any questions that you have for me before we end today's session. And I will get out a sample email to you, Josie, of what I send to customers when I insert that link. If anyone else would like a copy of the sample email presentation, I can also send you some. You're welcome. I can also send you some email scripting that we have as well. Please just let me know right there in the webinar, and I'll get that out to you. And again, when is the feature for the Android, the editing capability coming out for Android? Oh, Kevin, you're trying to strong arm me here. There is no exact date, so I can't give you a date because you can't hold me to it and they will kill me. But I just have to let you know that it's forthcoming. It's going to come sooner rather than later. So hopefully it will be done soon. Laugh out loud is what he's telling me, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, you've been great. Any other questions before I let you go today? All right, again, you've been amazing. I'm going to tell my co-host how much fun I had when she missed out on today's training. So again, my name is Star Johnson. I'm one of the national trainers here at Mortgage Coach. You guys have been awesome. I look forward to training you in future training sessions. Take care, guys, and have a great day. Bye.